Good morning all. My name is Rajnandini Somonshi and my topic name is Titanic data prediction. Here we can see first we will capture the data, Titanic data, then we will do some data analysis, further we will do some data cleaning, data modeling, and finally do the testing of our data. Now we can see the code. Now first of all we will import the libraries like pandas, numpy, seaborn, matplotlib, pyplot. Panda is used for data analysis, seaborn and matplotlib, pyplot is used for data visualization, and numpy is used for doing some various mathematical operations. Now for loading the data we will write Titanic data pd dot read csv, Titanic data CSV. Hence our data is in the CSV format, and here we can see our data, and in this we have our passenger ID, class of passenger, name, sex, age, siblings along with the passenger, parents, children, ticket, fare of ticket, cabin, and embarked. Now we will for calculating the length of our data we will write length Titanic data, and hence we will get here 891. So we have total 891 records in our data set for doing the prediction. Now we will moving ahead and we can see what is in our data set. We will write Titanic data head, and here we have information of a passenger who were traveling in the Titanic. There was a disaster with the Titanic and most of passengers were died. Now this survived column which tells us that whether the passenger survived or not survived. The whole idea behind the study of this data is to know what were those factors who contributed more towards the survival of passenger, whether it was age, it was gender, and it was class also, and these factors contributed more towards the survival or not survival with respect to the variables age, class, and gender. This is the whole idea regarding the study of this data, and we are going to make the prediction about the survival of a passenger. Now for knowing more we can use methods or attributes of the data frame. Now for knowing the index of our data set we will write Titanic data index, and we can see the range of our indexes which is starting from 0, and we have total 891 records in our data set, and step between index is 1. To know names of our columns and features we will write Titanic data column, and here we get the name of our columns and features. Now for knowing some more information about our data frame we will write Titanic data info. Here info is our method, so we will put parenthesis here, and we get the information about the column, non-null count, and data type. If you want to know only the data type of a column we will write only Titanic data and D type here. Here we will get the data types of our column. If you want to know the states of data, that will provide some states of data, we will write Titanic data describe, and we will get the states of our data. Here we have count, mean, standard deviation, minimum and maximum value. Now for data analysis we are going to make the use of seaborn, which is useful for visualization, and the count plot will get the idea how many passengers are survived or not survived. So we will write SNS count plot x equal to survived, because you want to plot this data on the x-axis, and the data set name is Titanic data. Now here we can see the number of survived passenger is less than number of non-survived passenger. Now for knowing the passenger is female or male we will use here hue equal to sex, and here we can see the orange bar represent the female passenger and blue bar represent the male passenger. Now for knowing the null values, we will use ISNA method, which tells us that particular value is null in the dataset or not. Whenever there is a false, which means there is no null value for this particular value here, and there is a true, we will see there is a null value. Now to figure out that how many values are null, we will put here sum, and here we will get the we have total 177 null values in the H column, 687 null values in the cabin column, and 2 in the embarked. Now for visualizing this data, we will use here heat map, and here we can see the null values are strongly in the cabin column. It is also in the H column but not so strong, and we can calculate the percentage of null value appearing in the column. If the percentage is more than 30% in a particular column, I would like to discard or delete the value because it won't be easier to impute the null values. Now we will calculate the percentage of H and cabin column. Now first, the percentage of H column is, here we have around 20% of H column which are null values, so we can impute this because this is less than 30%. Now for cabin column, here we have total 77% of null value. We will discard this because this won't be easier to impute the null values. So with this we can input some values in our H column, so that null would not be appear. Now to estimate what was the age of a passenger, those were traveling in the ship, which tells from which particular age group the most of number of passengers are traveling. Now here we can see between 15 to 40 age, the customer were most traveling in the ship, and we have some children also. Now we will do some data cleaning. To fill the null values in the H column, we will use fill NA for filling the data, and to make it permanent, we will use impulse true here. So our null value is imputed here, so we can check here tracking data H dot sum, and here we can see 0, so there is no null value as longer in the H column, and we can further visualize this by using heat map again. And here we can see there is no null value in the H column, but we can see there are some null values in the cabin column. So as we are not going to make the use of cabin column, so we will discard the column. So we will this would drop. We will use Titanic data drop cabin access equal to 1 because the cabin is a column. For row we will write access equal to 0, and for making it permanent we will use impulse true. Now further we will verify our cabin column is discarded or not. Now here we can see our cabin column is discarded. Now we can see there are some string columns like name, sex, ticket, and embarked. Our model doesn't accept string columns, hence we will have to convert these values into dummies values. Now, like for male or female, it could be 0101. So otherwise we will delete the column which is not required. So first of all we will check for the numeric and non-numeric column. We can use either info method that gives information about the numeric and non-numeric, and here we can see the data types. Otherwise you can just type D type, and here we can see the name, sex, ticket and embarked are the non-numeric columns. So it seems like name, embarked and ticket number are not useful for prediction, hence we will eventually drop it. For now we will convert the age. Further we will convert the sex column to dummy numbers, and we will use get dummy method here. Now we will add this gender into our dataset frame. Further we will verify this. Now here we can see the gender column is added into our data set. So for male it is 0 and for female it is 1 and for female it is 0. Now this particular column is ready for the prediction. Now we will drop the column which is not required for our prediction, like name, sex, ticket, embarked and access equal to 1. Again here we have columns, and for making it permanent we will use impulse equal to true. Now we can again verify our columns are dropped or not, or here we can see the columns are dropped, and now we have fully numerical values and we will use for the prediction. This survival column is our target column and others are the features. So now we will separate dependent and independent variables, say x and y, where x is a dependent variable and y is an independent variable, and we will put y equal to survived and x equal to passenger ID, class of passenger, age, siblings along with the passenger, parents, children, fare and gender. Now we will check, we will put y and here we will get the independent values. Now dependent and independent variables are created. Now we are moving ahead with data modeling. So Skylern is used to build any data model. With this we can import the train test split method. We can split this data set into train and test set, and for we will take example like x train, x test, y train, y test, train test split and x, and here we can see the size, test size which is 33, which is 0.33, which is again default as well. Now the train test split is done. Now we will import the logistic regression here. Logistic regression, LR equal to logistic regression, and we will see here. Now logistic regression is also done. Now we are going ahead and create an instance of logistic regression. Let's now we will do some prediction here. For prediction we will write predict equal to LR predict x test Skylern, and here we can import the confusion matrix. In confusion matrix we have 2 columns and 2 index, predicted no, predicted yes, and actual no, actual yes. Here we can see these many passengers are didn't survive and these many passengers are survived. Now we can see actually what's happening here. So this is a predicted by our model that many not survived and these are actually not survived, so this is incorrect. Again these many passengers are models predicted and have survived, but they didn't survive actually, so this is incorrect. Now these many passengers are our model predicted and that didn't survive, but they are actually survived. Here these many passengers have actually survived and our model has also predicted that actually survived, so this is a kind of prediction. And here and here this is the kind of our prediction. So in order to check the accuracy, we have to import the classification report here, and we will first import the classification report, and for printing the classification report we will write print classification report by test predict, and here we can see the precision, recall, accuracy. Okay, now precision is a matrix we are going to make use of in this case, and basically precision is the ratio of correctly predicted positive observations to the total predicted positive observations, and recall is all the observations in the actual classification score to all the observation in the classification score. Now considering the data set and model logistic regression, our precision is around 0.78, which is good for our model. So this is all about the survival of our data. Thank you.